gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it out. Y'all hear me now? Now don't give no peace sound if you don't mean it from your heart. United we can get over, yet we're still alone. 'Cause each man deserves respect.
All right. Sunday again. It's beautiful outside. Weather's really, really nice.
Fantastic outside.
Second day of summer, I think it is. Second day.
Yeah.
Summer, we doing pretty good today, boy. I tell you, festivals are going on. People is out and about. Traffic is stupid crazy.
Tell me about it.
Man. So, whatever you're doing, I hope you took a moment to stop and just check us out for at least an hour as we get down to business and really get into some real talk, about what's going on with the city and ways that we can make some changes to make a difference. So, first of all, I just want to say good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday Spotlight.
We are here.
Brought to you by the One More, One Less mentoring program. I'm your host and mentor, Mr. Tony Hinton, and joining me today is my co-host and mentor, Mr. Charles Pratt.
What up, good people? What up, good people?
He's in the house. He's in the house. We hope you had a great week so far. We're starting off this week hopefully on a good note and with some information you can take back and really think about and hopefully process it and use it throughout the week. We look forward to getting started on a good note and leaving you, once again, some things to think about as you embark on this new week. However, before we get started on today's journey, let me give a shout out to the One More, One Less mentoring program. That's us. That's us. And we're the sponsor of the Sunday Spotlight. So take some time out to check us out. And let's give a shout out to our guest for today's episode, Miss Angie Smith Winder.
We're gonna call her Slash.
Slash.
She got a slash behind everything she does.
Yes, she's a community advocate for Restoring the Village Project.
Slash
Manager of it.
Slash
Host of a radio show.
Slash
Radio on Fire.
Slash.
And then she's a member of District 43, Chair Baltimore City Democratic State Central Committee.
Yes,
Woo.
you got it.
That's too much.
That's
Need
a
an
mouthful.
abbreviation or something,
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, there's a whole lot, but that's a lot, and that's not all. She's got too much going on, and she'll tell us a little bit about that as we get further into the show, and we'll hear exactly what she's going through and what she's doing to make the city better. Her goal, as far as I know, or what I think, is to unite the communities of Baltimore to help curb the violence in Baltimore City.
Amen.
I think that's the end goal. How she's getting it done, I don't know. But she's getting it done. That's all I can say.
The unofficial mayor.
So how we doing today, Angie?
I am doing wonderful. To God be the glory. Thank you for having me here. And that's kind of where we're going with this is that God is in the center of that. So that's how it's happening.
Excellent. She was tired this morning when she came on
I'm
out.
So tired. I'm so
She
tired.
came on
it's
out.
all good.
This girl is running.
Appreciate
She
it.
is running.
This is your second time
on the
No,
show.
or third.
This is
No, it's
I
the
think it's
second time.
Second time on the
Second
show.
time.
Yay.
Second time on the show.
She a veteran.
so I
Yeah, she was
appreciate
like,
that.
I think you were like our third guest.
Yes.
Third
Okay.
guest when we
Yes.
first started down here
Oh,
with
wonderful. That's
Nick and
good.
crew. So I do remember that.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we want to thank you
Thank
once
you.
again for being with us today.
Yeah, please, thank you
and
for
with
taking the
everything
time
that you
out.
got going on, we appreciate you taking that time to
Thank
join
you.
us today. Now, the Sunday Spotlight is all about addressing the issues our young people face and empowering not only them, but you, the listener, with the knowledge and resources to build solid foundations and a sense of purpose for not only our young people, but for you as well. And we're serious about our business. The Sunday Spotlight not only talks about the social issues facing our youth, we present the organizations, programs, and the people who are making a positive difference in changing the mindset of our youth and our communities, not just here in Baltimore City, but throughout the country. Now, every month we have a theme, and the theme for June is called Back at It Again, because once again, we just started back up pretty much. It took a little hiatus, but we're back on the show, back on the field. So definitely want to make sure that you guys are getting a part of what we're actually serving. So we're going to try. Well, shall I say the theme behind that is basically we're starting something new from something old. Is basically what that theme is for the month. So we'll come up with a new one next month, but right now that's what we're at.
I love it.
So with that in mind, our topic for discussion, our opportunities, along with the question of the day.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Tony. What you got?
I'm thinking of something. This is off the top of the head on this.
Oh, Lord, well, I'm in the hot seat.
I mean, we can't have dead air, though, so I'm going to go ahead and keep talking.
Okay,
really,
so
really
what can people do? All right, here you go. I got a question. I got a question. It's off the top of the dome. So what can people do to help our youth become more involved in developing their communities? So that would be our question of the day. You guys think about it, see what you come up with. Don't be afraid to text it in or however you want to do it. Comment on our Facebook page, however you want to make it happen. But that is the question of the day. Once again, what can people do to help our youth become more involved in developing their communities? So definitely keep that in mind, and we'll go from there. However, before we get started with today's show, I want to give you a quick shout out to everyone who makes this show possible. Mr. Ron Beezer and the entire One More, One Less mentoring program. And of course, our producer, DJ Nick, and the MIXXSTATION Radio family.
Yes.
He's sitting over in the corner quiet, making sure it's right. Even checking them dots, crossing them T's. But definitely want to say thank you for him for having us and allow us to express ourselves on his radio station. And we appreciate that very, very much. We also want to remind you this is a live studio broadcast, and we will be streaming on various social media outlets like our own One More, One Less Facebook page, MIXXSTATION Radio, Instagram, and various other social media outlets. Now, understand this. We want your input and your feedback. So don't be afraid to hit us up and join us in our conversations. You can hit us up directly on our OMOL Facebook page or call us here at the station at 1-855-493-6499. Again, that number is 1-855-493-6499. So this is a quick breakdown for the show. We start off each episode with a roundtable discussion and then go into a break. Once we return, we'll get back into our break with our guests, and from there, depending on how the conversation is flowing, we'll take another short break and close out the show with answers to the question of the day and your thoughts. Everybody good with that? We good?
All
good with that? Cool.
Let's roll.
So let's get the show started by starting with our roundtable discussion. And listeners, please feel free to join us in this conversation by giving us a call once again.
1-855-649-3649. Let's go.
Let's
go.
You gotta say it twice. You can't say it once.
On the screen.
Say it again.
1-855-493-6499. Right on the screen. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, it's right on the screen, but you're not surprised. But anyway, so first question, and whatever you're feeling. What do you think Baltimore City communities need in order to successfully be successful when it comes to providing opportunities for our youth? So that's question one. I'll say it again. What do you think Baltimore City communities need in order to be successful when it comes to providing opportunities for our youth?
Leaders who care.
Okay, that's one thought. Period. Is that it in the discussion?
That's it.
Just
it.
like that? Don't need nothing else?
I mean, what else do you need, though? I mean, we need people. I mean, if you got people that's actually caring, people who actually know the issues of said community and not just getting into office just to be getting into office, collecting a city paycheck, getting some sort of notoriety, shucking and jiving, making empty promises to the people, not really caring about, their constituents or whatever. You're not going to get anything effectively done.
Right.
You get people who care about the city. You get people who care about their communities, who are about making effective change for their community. That's what's going to happen because they're going to make things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You saw the shift that happened in the last election.
Right.
We had people who were seated for 20 15, 20 years got unseated. Why? Because we kept doing the same thing over and over again, expecting this different result, and that is insanity.
Yes.
Baltimore deserves way more. Absolutely. Way more.
I'm in total agreement with you on that one, Charles.
I was gonna say, I'm in agreement that we need genuine leaders, authentic, those that are really going in it for the people. And also, we need to be unified. We need unity in our community in order to make things work. You don't have to have a title or be elected to make those changes. But you do have to be authentic and really be in it for the people, one. And two, we have to work together. There's a prime example. I don't know if we can get on it or not, but there's a prime example with the Poe home situation. It's so much love that is going on right now. Yeah. And that's why I just try my best to just show up and be there. But what's going on is every organization, every agency, every resident, everybody's coming together as a village, and that's
which they should.
And that's what they should. That's how things work, and can work, I would say. But we have to come together, like really, without one being over the other, or who's getting more recognition, who want to be on. Forget all of that.
Right.
Everybody on equal playing field.
We need to be there. That's how we move our city forward. We speak out for them. We unify together to make things move forward.
Right. So with that situation, was it Poe?
Poe Homes.
The Poe Homes basically had a water main break, and they've been out of water for quite a few days
4
now.
to 5 days
about
now.
4 or 5 days
Since
now.
Monday.
Yeah.
And basically the community has come together along with organizations to bring water into the area, food services, or whatever they can do until they can get the pipeline restored. I think it was a main pipe that broke, but I'm not sure. But Miss Angie has been in there, giving it her all, and putting the word out there with the rest of the organizations, and that's why we can consider her a leader.
Absolutely,
for
without a doubt.
The communities, an advocate for the communities that's out there doing it. She's just not in the Poe section; she's all over the damn city, which is quite a feat in my opinion. Because I know I'd be tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah, I'd be tired.
I'm tired, but I look at it as though I can't imagine going without water since Monday for days. You got to look at it as if that's my family.
Yeah,
right.
That's our village. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, we went through that like when we had that big old, what was that, the DeRay show that they called it a few years back. I want to say like maybe 5 or 6 years ago when that big storm came and just wiped out everything. Yeah, man, it was bad, man.
The hurricane.
It was crazy.
Something like that.
It was so crazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of us being tired, because we are older.
Is that what it is?
I said older. I said older. I didn't say old because ain't none of us at this table old.
I am.
Not now one of us at this table is old. But I say because we're older. Kenny Ebron said, he believes that we need more young community association leaders. 65% of the people of Baltimore are young people, and we have to give them leadership. I agree with that.
Yeah, but we have to give them the roles. We have to put them in them roles, and we're not doing that.
No, we're not.
And it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have leaders in the community to show them how to do it.
That was a good one from.
But we definitely need that in the community. So definitely, that's one of the things that we feel is lacking when we're talking about community involvement. But how can we change that to make it better? Other than leaders, because leaders aren't just whipped out just like that.
No, they're not. They're made.
So you gotta have a mindset and a mind frame that you can be that, and then you gotta be shown what it is or what it takes, and you gotta have examples. But when you don't have examples, how do you make the difference? How do you help that community become or establish the leadership that they need? Is it with the home association or HOAs or the community itself? I mean, how do we make it better?
I think it's all about, it starts with education. So once we know what's going on, I mean, it goes from, and I guess that's why.
You mean education from what? Just the area itself?
Being educated on the whole entire process.
The environment?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So the reason that I ran for the 43rd Baltimore City Democratic State Central Committee. The reason I ran is because not only to increase voter turnout, but to do the educational part, to let people know that things that are going on for policy changes. These things are going on at your city council, city hall, in Annapolis. And it's open to the public. I don't want anyone. Some people didn't even think that they were able to be there.
Right.
Everything is open to the public, and these things cannot happen it can happen when we're not showing up, but it cannot happen if we come out in numbers. And that's why I still say, for me, the biggest thing is being unified. And you made a good point. We have to pass the baton. I won't say just put all the young people in there as leaders, but they're not molded in that position. But it starts with education, and it can start from just anyone, from, having a forum to letting them know. Last week or 2 weeks ago, we just had a Civic Saturday where we were at City Hall just to talk about the entire government process.
Right.
What time does the hearings start, and your city budgets, and board of estimates, what day, what time, just being educated that these things happen and we need to be at the table.
Yeah. I mean, and that's such a hard thing, because we've been so conditioned to put our government on autopilot. You know what I'm saying? And we just...
Us not being in the know.
Yeah, us not being in the know due to us having to, go to work, go to school, take care of our families. You know what I'm saying? That's to take care of your own world is, it takes precedence over taking care of, like, your overall world that you live in. You know what I'm saying? And so we get kind of complacent, and that's how you get people who've been in office for 15, 20 years and not really doing anything, because we're like, oh, they've been doing the job. I'll vote them back in. That's that kind of mentality. Because you're not educating yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe that we can be more if we figure out a way to get the word out more effectively to the people in the way that people do. Most people have phones in their hands 70% of the day.
That's what I was just about to say.
You know what I'm saying? If we can get it to a way where, we're tweeting out, okay, all right, this bill is on the table. We got Instagram, pictures of, like, here's your councilman for this district, and give him a quick bio, and then you can start doing your research from there. You know what I'm saying? It's those type of things, those new, modern, innovative things that we have to think of in order to get the information, like Angie was saying, into the hands of the people. Because once people have the information, people have the power. That right there is huge.
We had a lady, I forgot, LaSherelle Jones or whatever. Remember, she had that. She had a piece that she was doing down at one of the libraries where she would educate people on a voting system. On rules and regs for the city, what you can do as a community activist and stuff like that. I think she's still doing it. I had to reach out to her and see if she's still doing that piece. I know that was like a year and a half ago, but I'm going to have to reach out to her and see it. But she would be good to get into communities and just, do a community forum and actually present that information. So I'm going to definitely reach out to her and see if she's still working that piece and see how far she's gotten since the last time we talked to her. We had her on the show, too. I think she might have been like the first person we had on the show. And she was doing that type of work to try to educate the communities on what was going on. So definitely got to hit her up and see what's that.
One thing I would love to see happen again, because it happened for my generation. But we used to do the education in high school, and they've taken that completely out.
Really?
Yeah, they take everything out of it.
That's insane.
Yeah. So they wonder why you don't vote, but there's no interest. You didn't even give them exposure to it.
Right.
I love when I see like the SGA, different youth. I'm still really much involved at Mervo. I love to see that energy, because it's kind of like I'm not with the PTA, but
the student government.
Oh, the student.
Well, for the SGA, it's the student government. But I think once they are exposed to that and they know the power in it, we can say, and I don't go back, we can say we don't have time, but we're here on a Sunday because it's important to put the information out.
Absolutely.
I'm on my show every Tuesday because I think it's so important to have a positive platform. If there's a parade going on or a festival, I'm sure that people are showing up at these festivals. So we make time for what we want.
That is so true.
Yeah.
So sorry, but that the time of excuses in my book is kind of over, because what happens is that it is 65% black population, and when we look at it, it's not a lot of things that are benefiting us, but we're not showing up either.
Right.
So we have to. I don't care if you can't go. get a representation. You know, somebody that can be representing
representative
you.
that can come down
Yes,
there and do the same.
We need it. We need it so much. Like
Right.
this 2020 election is so important. Well, everyone is all important,
Listen.
but this one is so important.
Right.
Yes.
In
We
so many ways. In so many
Yeah, I
ways.
mean, I won't talk about election, but I'm just saying,
Y'all know
I need
me.
everybody to really get into it and try your best. I
Yeah.
mean, that's one of the things we're trying to do with what I was elected for last year, is actually trying to make sure that the community knows about
Right.
Different forms and the policies or the issues that are on the table, because once you know something's going to affect you personally, you start getting your
Yeah, you
antennas
get on-
start
yeah.
coming
Yes,
up.
absolutely.
You know?
Right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and definitely try to get that youth involvement in with their voter
Absolutely.
registration stuff that's going on, especially the ones that are just graduating high school,
Absolutely.
turning 18. Definitely get them
Absolutely.
signed
It's gonna
up
be huge.
and find out what let them know what's going on for real.
Absolutely.
So once again, I want to encourage our listeners again to get in on this discussion. I know you want a part of it. I know you want a piece. Stop playing. Pick up that phone. Give us a call at 1-855-493-6499. Again, that number is 1-855-493-6499. We are getting it in. There's a lot of topics on the line here. Please don't be afraid to get in and send us a message on our Facebook page, or hit Angie up if you're checking her out right now. You could always
I'm
throw a
just trying to
question
pin a
out there
number.
if you like.
I don't know how
You know what I'm
to.
saying? Or give us a call. Don't be afraid to get on the radio. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So definitely hit us up when you can. So I'm gonna throw this last question out here before we
Yes.
get busy
That
and
was
go from there.
there.
So with that said, just in general, what do you feel are good qualities of a good community?
What are the qualities of a good community?
What do you think are the qualities of a good community?
I
got a few in my head.
I'm
ladies
gonna
first.
let the expert talk on that first.
Okay.
I mean, I would say good quality, and I hate to use the word over and over, but being unified,
Yeah.
showing love, showing, that being committed. I don't know
Right,
why. I mean,
right.
it's not just in community efforts; it's everything. We as a people, we won't commit to anything.
Right.
It's kind of like more of a trend in a sense. So if something's popping, everybody's on it. But we need commitment. Like even with after this whole situation with the water, like stay on it, because it doesn't
Right.
go away because that water came on.
Right.
There's bigger
bigger
things
piece
going
to
on.
it, right.
I'm just
Behind
trying to
all-
be so
Yeah,
nice.
Right.
I mean,
And we need to stay on it.
We don't have to be nice about it. There's a lot of
Commitment,
poverty.
love.
There's some violence going on down there. There's some apathy that's going on
Yes.
down there. There's lack of people caring about that situation. You know, what I'm
Right.
saying?
And that's probably my biggest thing. I won't say caring too much, but I take all of that to heart. I didn't go down there because I have a family member down there. I mean, I have gained people that they text me now,
Right.
to keep me abrupt, and that's how I knew the water wasn't still on, even though the media said it was on. So this is why it's important, MIXXSTATION
Right.
to have
Real news right here
your
on
real
Sunday
news.
Spotlight.
Right. Put the real truth out there.
So a unity, love. We need to show that love. There's so many people that won't even say hello when we're just walking down the street. Showing love, just being helpful to one another and supporting one another's efforts. That's that's my.
Definitely. And nothing wrong with that. I have a few of my own too. Empathy, like you said, just giving a damn about the next door
Giving a
neighbor and the
damn.
person around you and the people in your community. I think organization
Oh yes.
is key as well. Being able to bring the community together
Yes.
and get them involved and put them on the same page. I think professionalism, because you have people on there that know what it is to bring out the truth, what it is to put things on the line and do it professionally
Do it
in a manner that
professionally.
it's seen in like, oh, they trying to do something. Not like putting the raggediest person on TV type thing and making it look like we
Let's talk
ain't
about it.
about
Let's
nothing.
talk
You know
about
what I
it.
mean?
Talk about
So, stuff like that.
Stop sensationalizing our people.
Right,
Oh my
right. So
gosh.
throwing up the
Yes.
bad, the negative is on that piece.
Yes.
So professionalism, I think, is key. Patience. because it's a lot of stuff that we got to go through in order.
Like
and you, like Angie was saying, but Angie was saying you got to stick with it.
Yeah,
that takes patience.
Now, that patience,
well,
yes.
That takes patience.
That patience,
because a lot of people don't want to stick with that.
Yeah,
they want to, like you said, when it's done, and then they don't want to find out. What actually caused
right now
it,
everybody's talking about it, so it's easy just to be right there,
right?
You know?
Right.
So
after
that, and then in the same token, just to keep a sense of mind and not stress, be flexible. I think a community has to be flexible, because you're gonna
because not everything is going to appease to everybody.
Right. It's not,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
and that's and I get that. That's part of like the politics or whatever.
Right.
Like, when you're out there. Everything that you do, every bill that you vote on, every bill that you introduce or whatever, it's not going to be popular for every single person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're doing good for the majority of your community, I think
listening.
Yeah.
Right. That's another key.
I mean, right. Don't just listen to your biggest donors.
Right.
Right. I say.
Or how you feel personally.
Or how you feel
personally. How I feel personally.
It could be.
I would never get anywhere.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. I get
definitely, Definitely. And I think maybe the last thing is be informed. Stay abreast of what's going on in your community. Stay abreast of what's going on around you in other communities. You know what I mean? Because there may be something that you need that they have and they got it, and now you need to make that connection to try to figure out how you can better your community.
If we can share all the gossip and everything throughout the neighborhood about who's who and who did what and all that other stuff, we can just be can be just as informed about what the folk down at City Hall are doing.
Transparency.
Listen, that is a huge.
Well, that's for the government side of the house, though. That's for the city side of the house.
But,
I mean, transparent in the community.
I get
no.
But
everybody
that transparency is that
form?
Transparency is our responsibility as well.
I was going to say, I think it's on every level.
It's on every level.
Transparency is so even
because
go.
Go.
I was going to say even with me, and I'm just going to say this because I'm not in City Hall, but I'm being transparent to the people. When I went live yesterday, some people may like that I went, some people didn't. And what I said today was, if we relied on the news who said that the water was on, instead of hearing from the people, and I got people on there that actually wanted to speak. And so they were basically saying, we haven't had water since Monday. This is what my faucet looks like. I mean, I could have went all into their homes. I didn't do all of that. But I wanted people to speak. So being transparent, meaning I didn't come down there just to drop off items, take a picture, leave. I sat with them. I walked with them. I was transparent to let them know, this is what you do. This is how you go about it. You talk to your... Ooh.
got the claps.
Oh, wait a minute.
You got the claps and
I'm
the
sorry. This is
that's your passion.
Me.
Get it out.
And this is why I said being transparent to the people. They already looked at it like, all they coming down is just like you just said, taking from the spotlight and and going getting on the news. People brought the news people down, their organization. So many, so many bad things.
You know exactly who you are.
But transparency to the people, letting them know, hey, Miss So and So, do you know that there's a mobile shower down the the next block? No, I did not know.
Wow.
This is what you do. This is who your city council person is. This is how you reach out to them. This is the next step. And also, like I just said, just being transparent and just being genuine and authentic.
Right.
Yes.
So
I think it's all.
Yeah, so it's all those things, that make up a good community.
Got the clap.
Yeah.
Hey, Tom, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I was looking on the Facebook stuff about the situation down there. We did get some positives out of that because a lot of people started knowing who was in their community, and they started knowing that neighbors, kids was playing from what I see on Facebook. So sometimes a negative situation can become positive.
So it brought the community together.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Right.
And that was kind of what my live video showed. Again, I wasn't showing that somebody was trying to get food. Let's be real. Like, they didn't, I don't want to say they don't need the food, but that wasn't their issue. The issue is that this water,
Right.
And so they have the food. They were out there grilling, so things were happening.
Yeah.
But I love the fact, like you just said, which my video show, and I show all the time,
it was your
positive
video.
things.
I seen that.
Right.
I love to show the positivity.
Yes.
And what I showed was smile. smiles. People still were like, we want, this was good. This is
Right,
good.
right.
Despite of, and one
But
guy.
that's definitely indicative of our community.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, you give us, the worst part of the pig, and we gonna have a
gonna
party.
make it happen.
Make it happen.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we're gonna make
Like,
it definitely make it happen.
Right. So
You know what kind of bothered me? I walked all the way around. I didn't just drop stuff off in a court and feed.
And keep it moving.
What I wanted to do was walk around the entire,
Area.
complex. Because one, I saw, and I'm just going to be very transparent, there was a lack of organization. Meaning maybe someone on the east did not know the food was in a center court.
Yeah.
So
Or the
even though we're
showers.
right here,
Listen.
Trying to do, but it should have been
no
organized.
Listen,
no
it's-
one's
One
organized.
spread the word.
It's
Right.
that whole thing. And we've
It's
talked about
everything.
this on the show. How many times? Everybody with their own agenda. Everybody got
Right,
their own.
right,
Look at
right,
me.
every
I'm
time.
doing this.
Right.
Look at me.
Yep.
Look at
That
me.
one
I
person
can do this.
walk
trying to
all
shine.
the way
You know,
around.
like share the information, share the resources. If we
Right.
share these resources, look, it's enough sunshine for every
Right.
person
It's
on
no-
this planet.
There's no reason they shouldn't have known about the showers. There's no reason they should have known about the people who
Stuff
were
shouldn't
cooking
be so
food in different
desegregated.
areas.
Yes.
I
There's
just
no
look
Stuff
at it
reason.
shouldn't be so
like,
segregated.
You
Right.
could have a memo and go on everybody's door, and it doesn't cost anything to say this is what you would do if you need emergency
Right,
things.
emergency
Right.
And I'm
help.
not saying an organization. I'm saying as a complex.
Yes.
Whoever the housing authority.
Yes.
I mean, I still think that it was on. It's part of it is on them as well, because there's a way to be transparent. There's a way to get information out, and it's kind of a
Right.
small community in a sense still, but it was still as though East didn't know what was going to Senate, or over here didn't know,
Right,
and that's
right.
fine. But we need to come and bring it together,
Absolutely.
and we need people there that was able to do it. And I was just say one guy, he was there. I sat with him for a while. When I say I sat there, I was talking. No pictures or anything, but I just did the video for that particular reason. But what he said was, I don't even know if I really want the water to come on right now, just yet.
Wow.
Because we ain't get this much love in a long time.
Dang.
And that bothered me.
That's
Right.
deep.
That's
Right.
deep.
That's
That was
deep.
deep.
Yeah, but that's true. And that's not just his community. That's every community.
Yeah.
And to some degree.
That's
Wow.
deep.
Man,
That's deep, man.
man, I don't.
Yeah, listen.
What y'all? Hey, come on, man. Call
We're
in.
talking about your
Call
city.
in.
We're talking about our
Once
city.
again, I want to encourage our
It's our
listeners
city.
to get in on this discussion by giving us a call at 1-855-493-6499. Again, that number is 1-855-493-6499. Or you can leave a comment on our Facebook page or Angie's page or Mixed Station Radio's page, whatever. Get your words in. I know you got something
Keep
to say.
calling.
I know you got something to say. But until then, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Miss Angie Smith-Winder, community advocate for Restoring the Village
Winder
Project, host of Radio on Fire radio show,
Ooh.
and the District 43 chair member of Baltimore City's Democratic State Central Committee.
He
I
getting
couldn't say it. I
He
couldn't
Come
say
on.
it. I couldn't say it.
And with that said, we'll be right back with the Sunday Spotlight.
Get faster.
Yeah. Sometimes I cry, man. Can't show on the outside, so I saw on the inside. Inside I cry for the tears in the mother's eyes who lost their child to a homicide. I don't know why the cowards live and the good die. I pack my hopes and we still ride. Inside I cry for them niggas that hustle to the top just so they can make it in a drop. Know the consequences when they mix it in a pot. Turn state witness and they take it to the cops. Inside I cry. Friends friends have no loyalty. It was times mama wish she aborted me, but now she smiles every time she think of me. According to my brothers and sisters that I'm rich, I support them, I'm back for my shit. Back to the existence at my father, I'm pissed. Life is a tornado, don't get caught up in the mist. Goddamn, it even got Moni in the mix. Where she at? In the middle, I suppose. I'm Bruce Leroy, check out my soul glow. I paint the perfect picture, check out my photo. I'm driving life course, I don't know where it goes. But man, mama told me it be days like this. So don't you dare ask me why I'm raised like this. Inside I cry for the tears in the mother's eyes who lost their child to a homicide. I don't know why the cowards live and the good die. I pack my hopes and I still ride. Inside I cry for them niggas that hustle to the top just so they can make it in the drop. Know the consequences when they mix it in the pot. Turn state witness and they take it to the cops. So we kings of queens, man, I know sons of fiends. Kids that didn't make it cause they hustled their dreams. Don't intervene, this cold world sometimes get the best. When a warm heart turn cold, you better get your vest. It be the ones close to you that envy your success. I thought if I succeed that we all progress. Is it my fault they miscalculated steps? And I'm climbing up my ladder to success. These haters never rest. Your right hand man to make you go left. These begging motherfuckers will make you go deaf. Not a refugee, but I'm living like Clef. Back against the wall and I'm still at my best. Perhaps they rather see you dead than to see you rest. They rather see you broke than to see you blessed. Mama told me it be days like this. So don't you dare ask me why I'm raised like this. Inside I cry for the tears in the mother's eyes who lost their child to a homicide. I don't know why the cowards live and the good die. I pack my hopes and I still ride. Inside I cry for them niggas that hustle to the top just so they can make it in the drop. Know the consequences when they mix it in the pot. Turn state witness and they take it to the cops. Inside I cry for the tears in the mother's eyes who lost their child to a homicide. I don't know why the cowards live and the good die. I pack my hopes and I still ride. Inside I cry for them niggas that hustle to the top just so they can make it in the drop. Know the consequences when they mix it in the pot.
All right. We are back with the Sunday Spotlight. Once again, thank you for tuning in with us. We're here with Miss Angie Smith-Weiner, community advocate for Restoring the Village, host of the Radio on Fire radio show, and District 43 chair member of Baltimore City Democratic Central Committee.
Boy,
she is in the house. And she is giving it up. She is putting it down. She's being transparent. She's putting the truth out there. Couldn't ask for any better guests right now. Keeping it real, 100%. I mean, this girl is all over the place, all over the city. You know, I went to the west, she was on the east. Went to the east, she was on the west. Went south, she was north, and went north, and she was south. This girl is everywhere, doing it and getting it done, and you can't ask for anything better than that. I mean, she's had a rough time, but she's come out of it smelling sweeter than a rose, and is actually getting out there and making a difference to make the community smell just as good, if not better. So I want to once again encourage our listeners to get in on this discussion by giving us a call at 1-855-493-6499. Again, that number is 1-855-493-6499. Hit us up with a comment on our Facebook page, on Mixed Station Radio's page, or on Angie's page. Let her know you're here. Let her know you're out there supporting everything that we're doing and everything that she's doing and everything that Big Nick is doing. So definitely get in on this conversation. So Angie, I want to go into a little bit about yourself and what made you get involved in rebuilding our communities and the youth by starting the Restoring the Village project.
Well, before it was called Restoring the Village, it was Bridging the Gap. I started it in 2008 with the partnership with the Blacks and Wax Museum. I started with just focus on our youth then. It has been revamped and it turned into Restoring the Village because as I began to see that we were helping our youth, but when they went home over the summer or, just school, weekends, it's like we would have to instill this back into them. And we realized, I'm sure everybody got it, but we realized that we can do as much as we want with our youth, but we're not trying to see, go into their environment, their community, their families, see that if their families are in need of some assistance. We weren't going to get too far. And so that's why we did Restoring the Village, and we have been making this not only being a village and helping the families and going into the environments, but also helping with those and bridging that gap with networking with other organizations and agencies, because our theme is just that it takes a village. It takes every single body
Absolutely.
to do and to see it move forward. I started it in 2008. Prior to that, it was just helping with other organizations and just being out there, speaking engagements around violence. I lost my husband to violence, and that was what really sparked it 15 years ago. And that part of me will probably, that light will probably never dim. And as tired as I am, hair is like natural. Yesterday I had a scarf on. I was like, look, I came into mama mode. I'm like, we need to get down there. They need X, Y, Z.
Right.
And so, that as much as I'm tired, I can't tell you how much my heart is like warm when I go to sleep. When I lay down, could I say, because my mind's still going.
Right.
But when I lay down, it's like you've accomplished something. This is what you're going to do the next day. And that always kind of fulfill, that type of that pain that I always will have.
Right.
But that is why I push so much of trying to do in the community, especially around our youth and their families and the violence.
Right.
So that's kind of like my sole,
sole purpose at this point.
there.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, it's good to know that it's still growing, and then
Yes.
the outreach has gone beyond the youth, like you said, because if you can't change the environment that the youth are returning to, then you're making a difference, but it's minimal. It's very minimal.
Yes. It's going to be an uphill battle is what we saw.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like the youth were okay with it, but then when they came back, maybe their mother, and I'm just giving an example, no one in particular, but maybe their mother, she's like angry all the time, and then we really talk to the mother is because her husband was murdered or her boyfriend was murdered, or she
lost a job
or she was a
something.
victim.
Right.
Yeah.
And at that moment we don't stop because we're victimized. I say I'm a victim because no matter what, I lost my husband, and that whole PTSD is real.
Yeah.
Right.
But we can't say parents are not there. Some whatever, but there are some that are just trying to work two jobs just to keep a roof over their head. There are so
Right.
many situations. It's not like a one size fit all. Every
isn't.
situation
It never
is
is.
different, and we
Yeah.
won't know unless we talk to
Unless
them.
you speak to. So do you feel that's like one of your biggest challenges is understanding the community itself or the environment that our youth are coming out of?
I don't think the biggest challenge is understanding them, but I think the biggest challenge is for me to help them understand.
So, woo!
So
Okay. Yes.
wait a minute, I just got another
Yes. Snap that fingers, baby. Thank you much.
All right, that's
All
the second
right.
one.
Oh,
try to go
yeah.
for
She on
three.
the roll. She on the roll.
So I'm
Okay.
oh my god. But no, I mean seriously, that is just my biggest thing, and I think what Harriet Tubman said is best about the free slave, if they would have known that they were.
Right.
Right.
And so that's my
Right.
biggest thing is, do you know the power of your voice, the power of you as existence? Like, we have to know that politicians don't work for us. We don't work for them.
Yeah,
they work for us.
Absolutely.
And so that's
Yeah, definitely that. Getting the word out there and letting the youth and the communities know where they stand. I mean, you did hire them. You did vote for them. So then,
And that's what I said, as I said earlier, it's like, if we just get off this autopilot kind of mentality of like, the government's going to take care of it.
Nah, we lazy like that sometimes.
But see, that's the conditioning.
Unfortunately.
That's the conditioning that we've been,
Right. But we got to change the mindset.
we have to, and I love how
like
like even now, like the young people are like more woke than the people
they
who've
are.
been in the fight for however long. You know what I'm saying?
they're woke, but they still
They
need
lack the direction.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Right.
Direction.
Because some can be radical, like, all right, cause a riot, and then we'll get their attention. Well,
Exactly.
that's not going to happen.
You're gonna get the wrong kind of attention.
You're going.
We got all the sound effects today.
I can't win.
So,
Yeah.
so we can't go off of the emotion of like just set this on fire because you saw it on TV or just do X, Y, Z. That's negative because that's never going to get us move forward.
Right.
You know, I can sit there and say, you know, from the loss of my husband, I'm just going to do X, Y, Z to the person's family because I know, you know, does that bring my husband back? Does that change the situation? Do I know what was going through this man's, you know, head? It's so much, and that's only God that got me humbled.
I know it.
But it makes me know that it's a lot going on with our people.
Definitely.
Mental health, mental illness. There's no way that the health department is not down there. This is a public, you know, health situation now because of the, you know, and like I said, nobody would be without.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just going to be nice.
Let's keep it.
So,
I know you want to go off, but let's not set it off here.
Yes,
We can set it off later.
Set it off. I set it off. I'll wait for Tuesday.
There you go. Wait for Tuesday.
How do y'all feel that? I think the school should teach conflict resolution to the kids.
Now they have some in schools.
You know, because I think that's a vital point
I was about to say,
to teach kids and how to deal with people and how to deal with conflicts. So it probably would stop a lot of the murders, whereas though they would think twice before they do.
It's a possibility. I mean,
they have some in schools. Baltimore
better than having them box
mediation.
each other's face off at the arena, but you know, that's just me.
Oh, right.
That's just me.
I got you.
You know, I get where that person was coming from. I get it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyway,
but yeah, they do have some. I think they do have some programs in certain schools that do talk about conflict resolution.
Yeah, because I think
it's not in every school. Though,
we need more of it.
As in one less mentoring. Is that what you're trying to say?
Right.
So let me say something. Because I'm involved with the school system, and I always challenge people. I said, go to these school board meetings. There's a lot of things that they're shying away from, or they say, hey, we don't want to have, you know, one less come on, even though you have, you know, you have your results show it,
right?
But you want to question why. Why don't they want these organizations to come in to do that, to make that happen? But when you look at some of the organizations that they have, they bring in people that don't know Baltimore City.
Right.
Why won't you bring in people that do know and have
a
proven record of that?
Yeah. That's not going to work.
Right.
I also think, and I don't know if this is kind of on it, but I wanted to say that just because we're talking about schools, I do believe that once you give them something that they really want to have in the school systems, and I'll say vocational schools, and I'm going to say that because I did a long little post. I wrote Baltimore Sun. When I'm telling you, I'm feisty when it comes to playing games with our youth. The Baltimore Sun put a picture of Mervo School on their article, and on the headline was that vocational schools are failing, and the whole thing is they're trying to push them out of the city.
Right.
Really?
So pay attention. That why would you not want to have more vocational schools? In fact, I'm going to be pushing that we have more.
Yeah, we
but
definitely
why would you
need
want to take them away? And if you read an article about 2-3 months ago, there was an article how they're trying to push them out.
What was that?
How about
Baltimore Sun.
How about Emerson Westside building just sitting there?
Oh.
Right.
I called Baltimore. I called Baltimore Sun because I can't leave it with just what I just said. I called Baltimore Sun and I said, such and such reporter, I won't put her name out. Why did you put Mervo's picture on there when they are they're doing well?
Right.
They're doing well. So what you just showed them, and if you read the article, most people are not. They're just looking at the picture and they're looking at the headline and they sharing it. Oh my gosh!
That's
take
bad.
My child
That's
out
the
of
word.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's
You know what they
and
get?
they know that.
They get one of these.
There you go.
Baltimore Sun.
Flash,
Do not put
right?
Mervo picture on there. It should have been the Emerson Westside building that's sitting there empty.
Right.
That's the building they should have
So
showed.
Emerson is empty?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Westside
That was a
building,
vocational
Skills
school.
Center, is empty.
No, I didn't know it
Dang.
was
Yeah,
empty.
it's just sitting.
Yeah,
there.
it's
So
just
what,
sitting
this
there.
is the first year?
No,
Nah,
been
it's
out there
about
for
3
5 years now.
3 to 5, yeah.
3 to 5 years. That
They
train's
tried to
empty.
put a community thing in there, but I don't know what happened with that.
Well, I thought it was still
Well,
at
community
Emerson
rec
School.
center or something.
No, they were trying to do a community training thing in
Oh,
there.
training. Oh,
But I don't
Like
know,
they- like they did at Pembroke.
funding fell through or something.
Right. But yeah, that building is just sitting there. But it
after-
started out with the right note. But I think too, they don't want to see us succeed.
Yeah.
Because if you can't do it by brain power or through education, you can always get a job with a trade.
Listen,
You know what I'm saying? And they
Well, they
don't
said-
want us to be successful and be
Yes.
able to feed
Right.
our
They're
families.
not having to go to
So they trying
college and
take
pay that
out.
money.
Right.
because I'm about to break
Right.
it. Boy, I'm about to break it down like a fraction.
That's why I just said
Listen.
I wanted to bring that just to say this is what they're doing without you. Like,
Right. I mean, because
right.
it's so real. We spent the last 50 some odd years pushing this college. Feed into the industrial complex of that, getting these kids like super in debt. Them, well before
work
they
your
even
whole
out
life
of
to get out of
college.
debt.
You working your way out at some meaningless job. And that and you're still never probably gonna pay your debt down. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us, like you said, Tony. They don't want to see us to be entrepreneurs, owning our own businesses,
Right.
becoming
scaring them.
They don't want us to be the small business that they always claim they want us to be.
Right.
You want us
Because they need us. They're
Because
going to
they-
need us for
they're
that
gonna
trade.
need-
You're always going to need electricians. You're always going to
Always.
need carpenters.
Always.
You're always going to need auto mechanics.
Always.
Always going to need someone that,
Always.
as long as there's a car or whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
because it's a way to feed my family,
Mm-hmm.
if I can't get it the
Yep.
other way,
Yep.
they don't want us to succeed in that.
Exactly.
And then you be young, coming out of school,
Make
profitable.
more.
Yeah.
Profitable.
Right.
You got
know
a
what I
skill
mean?
that will last you forever.
Right.
I graduated from Mervo in 1998.
That's why you stood up for
I
Mervo.
am not.
That's why you stood up for
I'm on the
Mervo.
alumni board.
Yes, you is.
Right.
I'm on the alumni
Shout out
board.
Mervo.
I just spoke
Yeah.
at the graduation.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what I said was 21 years ago. I was hired through the work study, my 12th grade year, and I'm still at the same employer.
Wow.
Wow.
Don't tell me that they're failing. And I did say in there, I said, if they're failing because of the school system.
Right.
How about that?
Right. Definitely.
How about
But
that?
I'm on the alumni board, and I can pull so many alumni that are doing very well, making more money than
Yeah.
those. And I'm not shying away from the college. My daughter
Right, but
graduated,
college
and
is-
she's in, but it's
Yeah,
not
but it's
for
not for
everyone.
It's not for everybody.
Right.
It's not for
Yeah.
It's
everybody.
not for
Don't push
everybody.
that on just
So
on
give me an
everybody.
opportunity.
Give me
Give
an
me
opportunity.
other
Right.
options
Give me-
to
yeah.
succeed. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And
Don't
most
take that
of
away.
them,
And then those are opportunities to keep them busy.
Yeah, I was gonna
Exactly.
say
Because
most
they're
of them
going to
are
be
okay
doing
with
other
that.
stuff.
Yes.
Man, it's just too
Because
many trades.
because how it is right now, we're only feeding our children. The only way that for you to be successful is to
work
go to
with
college and
somebody
get a stupid job, go
And
play
if you
some
don't,
sports,
that
or
you're-
be an
you just
entertainer.
suck.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
that's those are the three things that we're teaching our children. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the black community. I mean, because you see it all
You
the
feel
time.
you feel
Yeah,
that's
we
the
need
only
them
way.
trades.
You
You
know what
feel
I'm
that's the
saying?
only way out.
That's the only
That's
way
what-
out.
That's what you
But
feel.
it's
Or work
so-
for Amazon.
Oh,
Got-
really? Why you go there? Why you go there? Amazon, dog? Oh.
Man, you
Okay,
over there
okay,
taking
okay.
all the shots. All right.
I hear you.
Talking about bulletproof vest.
But-
Yeah,
Hey, I'm not on
Right,
I'm
camera.
gonna leave that alone.
Your voice on camera, though.
I'm gonna leave
Hey,
that
look,
alone.
I don't know where y'all at, but we right here. We getting it in.
Shout out to everybody watching
definitely.
us right now. We
I'm
appreciate
telling you,
y'all.
right? You know what I'm saying? So once again, give us a call at 1-855-493-6499. Again, that number is 1-855-493-6499. Look, we telling truth up in this camp.
That's all we
You know
do.
what I'm saying? We putting
That's
our
all we
feelings
do.
out there. You know it's true. Stop playing. Put your voice out here and give us some info. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking about? Don't be afraid to give us a call. We're here for you, waiting for you. We got your back. Say what you gotta say. But with all that said, all this negativity and stuff like that, what do you think has been your biggest proud moment or your proudest moment since you've been an advocate for the community? What do you think has been your most proud
My proudest moment is actually when I see, the little ones that I've helped, or their families, and actually get a call or a picture with them graduating or getting their first car or get something that they just come back and Miss Angie, or thank you. That's always a good thing. And sometimes it may not happen right away. I think it always make my heart warm is when I know that it's not in vain. And sometimes we get so caught up in it was 12 murders in 24 hours.
Yes.
And it's just like,
Yeah.
wait. I know that I have 2 young men that are going on a 4-ride college. I'm just saying.
Right.
I look at them like, I know that this person just called me and asked me to come to his going away thing. I know that he's happy about something. I know that she is. So that part right there is probably like I know that whatever I'm doing is not in vain.
Right.
And that part just really helps me. Winning an election, I mean, I had people that were so much against me running last year.
Yeah.
I got the, what's your background? Have you been in political? Have you been in politics? To me, I don't want to be the politician. Right. I want to be a public servant.
There you go.
And to know that I did it not because I made any backdoor deals.
Right.
But I did it on the strength of...
backdoor deal?
But I did it on the strength of keeping it grassroots.
She gonna make me get some more sound effects.
You gotta have some more.
Right, yeah,
I'm
you
just
gotta get
being
some more
honest
sound
a
effects
little
for
bit.
that,
But that probably was that was my fondest moment because just getting out there on the ground, keeping it grassroots. So it helped me understand that people, I don't want to say they just want change and don't care where it come from, but they want something different, and they want people that look like them. And even though I came out there with a scarf and my hair all over the place now, they were like, I want you to look like that. I don't want you to look like this card, looking made up. I want you to look like us.
Right.
I was just like, wow.
Well, let's keep it.
I mean,
real.
because that's
Be yourself.
right.
be
'Cause that's
you.
what we value, in our community. We value that authenticity. You know what I'm saying? We can spot a fake, like out of nowhere.
Instantly, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We know the people that's coming down for the photo ops or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Will we accept it? Absolutely. But we'd be like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you get
that's what
people
they
like
do.
Angie coming down there who, was really about the people. Like she said, not a politician, but a public servant.
public
That
servant.
right there.
Yeah, right. That's right on point.
I love what you said because, just sitting there and knowing that you want to make a difference. You want to make a difference. And so sometimes my videos can be awareness, but also it can be a part where you are influencing others to come on the train, to join in and making this thing bigger and better and bigger and better. I got calls because my video was showing the dumpster. I got a call from the department or whatever it was, and they were like, we were trying to get there, but the streets black. So it was still a fact that they reached out to me to say we're going to get the trash out.
Right.
So
Right.
you know,
made
just
them aware. So you are getting like a lot of community help for your advocacy.
yes,
in
I
that
mean,
sense.
yeah, and that's part of what Restoring the Village is. Restoring the Village is bringing everyone together. We need to work together. And if I can't be there during the day, somebody else do that shift, and I'll leave in the evening. Or if it's just a simple, reaching out to the community, say this is my number. They didn't waste time to call, and I didn't want to be like, call. You know how people say, call me if you need me.
Yeah, right.
So I got a
That
call
BS.
yesterday, and I was
That's
like,
a
oh
BS.
man, and I was like, yep, I'm gonna come down, and I got him. And you know what was even more beautiful? I went to Little Caesar. I talked to the manager there, so shout out to the Little Caesars over there, West Side. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
They donated pizza. The lady behind me was like, "Oh, is that for the the water situation? Hey, I'll buy 4 more pizzas." It was just like, it was just, oh my
Beautiful.
gosh,
Right.
that's what
Because
drives
when
me.
people know, they'll
Yes.
get involved. Yeah.
So that's what drives me is to know, and it's not. I mean, I'm not gonna say it started from just one particular person, but that's what it happens. And then hopefully,
Right.
if you
It's a
share
trickle
something,
down.
It
somebody
ain't
oughta
always
yours.
negative here.
Trickle
You
down.
know?
Right,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes.
That's what we got to get
a trickle
past.
down effect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They love to keep us in the negative spotlight, but when we're doing stuff for the community, man,
It should be shine.
Right.
It should be the equal
Yeah.
shine.
So I know you like forming a lot of partnerships and relationships with a lot of the community.
Absolutely.
How's that
So
going?
and look,
How's
and
that
even
going?
with One More One Less,
Hey.
we've done things together with our boys to men.
Yes.
You know, little seminars.
I wonder
and
when they're gonna have that next one.
Yes,
The Boys and Men one. I
I-
think that was a good one.
Yes, it was really, really good. We got a lot of feedback. Again, just, commitment and continuing to just grow. Continue to
Right.
grow is what we need.
Definitely
But it is beautiful to have different organizations, and I want to thank you, for One More One Less for just being out there in the community as well.
Appreciate that. We
definitely.
really appreciate
do our
that.
best.
I mean, that's a huge compliment coming from
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Huge
Big
compliment.
hands.
We just trying to do
you got a
what
compliment from me.
we just trying to do what we can do,
Yeah.
how we can
Right.
do it, you know what I'm
The
saying?
best way we know how. pretty
Exactly.
much. And what we've been
But I
doing for
appreciate it.
years now. You know what I'm saying? So and I can't thank Charles enough for bringing me in on that piece. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you as well.
Appreciate that,
For
man.
bringing me in a couple of years ago, and it's like, yo, you should get in. I was like, let me think about it.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause like
Yeah.
Angie was saying earlier, it's a commitment.
Oh,
It's
takes
not.
everyone.
It's not something that you can just pass it by and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna
Right,
join
right,
in,
right.
and then leave. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We underestimate the impact of having someone come in. For a child to see someone come in that's not their parent, not their grandparent,
Right.
not their teacher, to
Right,
actually be
right.
like, look, I'm here for you. You tell me what you need, tell me how I can help. You know what I'm saying? We underestimate that feeling by, like, oh, well, yeah, this was cool, but I don't think that's for me.
Yeah, I think we selling ourselves short.
And then, we leave that child out there, you know what I'm saying, with, here go another adult
Yeah, I
leaving me
guess
out in the lurch.
some people have to experience the feeling, but if you keep selling yourself short, you'll never get there.
Yeah.
You truly understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
So that's the sad piece about it, But it is what it is. So, real quick, Angie, you already got a whole lot going on. Anything?
Yeah, rolling out
What's
the
next
red
for
carpet.
Angie
What you got?
Winder? What's next for
What's-
Angie
what's-
Winder?
what's
Don't
the big-
mind.
what's
I
the-
would
what are you
love
saying?
Go ahead.
to announce.
Yeah, what you got?
I would love to announce to everyone that first, I want to say thank you to everyone that got me into the situation, the position that I'm in now with the Central Committee. I am the district chair for the 43rd, and we're going to be at Terra Cafe this Thursday because
Hey.
I want to celebrate, which I've never done. I haven't done that yet. I want to celebrate just the victory out of 17 candidates, and I was the last on the list. I was one of the 7 that was elected from the people, and I want to thank everyone for doing that. The next step, because it's always, to me, I feel like continue to challenge yourself. So on Thursday, I will be officially, because I'm sure everyone has been seeing it, but I will officially be announcing my candidacy for City Council for the 4th District. So please come on out. That's my 3rd one.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
So
That-
you gonna
that's
be
me.
at Terra Cafe, 101
Terra Cafe.
East 25th Street, y'all.
Yes,
Shout out to
6
Terrence.
9
Yeah.
Thursday.
Right.
Shout out to Terrence.
Yeah, that's my best friend.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Thursday, we're going to be out there. He said we're going to be in the, what do you call it, the jerk yard or something?
Yeah, I might
I
come out there and donate some services, bring a
Yes.
speaker or something.
Oh,
There you go.
I might-
there you go.
Yeah, I
There
might
you go.
donate some services.
So what time is that kicking off?
So it's this Thursday, 6 to 9,
Okay.
Okay.
at Terra Cafe.
All right, yeah.
I might
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to
Mix
get
Station
down
might be in
there.
the
I'm
building.
Almost well, might have to
Yeah.
slide.
See if I
Yeah.
can get down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
It's
I
my
can do
other
that.
show day, but I can make it work. I can
you make it work.
I can make it work.
Oh, okay.
I have been living in the district for 20 years, and 15 years it's been as a homeowner. And there's just so many things I would love to see change or, be implemented. And I just think that, we need new leadership.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Always good.
Hey.
Change is
New
always
blood is
good.
Yeah.
always
Hey,
good.
you see what's
Change.
happening in Baltimore now? There's some
Right.
changes coming, y'all.
Yes.
I
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
All
So
right.
thank
all
you
right.
for having me on.
Definitely that.
I'm going to leave you with a souvenir because you may see.
Oh.
She look. She come with the
She got a
press
flyer
kit.
and whatnot.
She come with
I
the
love
press
it.
kit.
I love it.
That's the souvenir I have on.
Wow.
Hey.
There you
I
go.
just got
There you
4
go.
of them.
District 4, she's ready, baby.
And look, on your phone, you can scan that QR code. It goes to my website.
So Miss
Oh,
Angie, tell
okay.
people what District 4 is, because I'm not down with all the districts.
So District 4 is your northern district. So it is your York Road, Woodburn. It actually goes up to Lake Avenue, and then it goes down to maybe 38th Street. It goes out.
Is it Lock Raven?
So Lock Raven. So
the Morgan area,
Charles Street.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of a little funky.
Gotcha.
So a lot of my Northern Vikings.
Morgan.
I know that y'all still live in the area because I see you.
Right.
You see me.
Yes.
Man.
This is your new councilwoman.
I tell everyone that I hope to earn their votes. If you ever want to just learn about what I stand for, what I've done, you can go to my website, and it's just simply my name, angiewinder.com. I'm on social media as well under the same.
Excellent, because you answered my last question. How can people get in contact with you? So yeah, definitely that.
I'm ready.
And she got a flyer. And she got a flyer. Yes.
So we're already out there.
Definitely out there. Definitely out there.
No, you good.
No, you good. You good. I mean, that's good. I mean, I don't know if you're going to catch her, though.
Yeah.
Because she on the move.
She on the move.
I always put Angie on the move.
If you catch a glimpse of Angie,
right,
count yourself blessed.
Yes, you just got lucky.
Staying in the community, that's what I promised that I would do. I love being out there on the ground.
What do your kids think about what you're doing? What do they think?
So I have two. One is young. That probably would be my biggest challenge, being away from my baby.
Yeah.
And then my oldest is at college, and she's just so happy what I'm doing, and it's just to see her name, because it's her last name. To see her last name on, going to be on some lawn signs, and actually see things happen. Like I talked about it, and then actually see it manifest, and actually see me, going out there in my shirt and knocking on doors. Like I want her to know. When my husband passed, she used to be out there when I was speaking.
Right.
My oldest one. And so actually to see the fight, I want her to know that you can overcome anything.
Absolutely.
Right.
We all can.
Be the example.
We all can. And we don't have to be in like a position, but you could be just being involved in your community. Mentor youth. Do anything. Do what you can.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely
That's
agree
facts.
with you on that.
That's facts.
You got anything for it, Charles?
Man, I've been engaged in the entire conversation. We
I
talking
know,
about
sometimes
you might have a question
Sometimes
I ain't think about.
I love talking. I can't wait to the debate. So it's
I know that's true.
I'm just saying. You might have a question I ain't think about or something.
All right, so here's the one question.
Let's go.
What would you honestly do different than the incumbent or any other candidate that is running for the 4th district?
Okay, so it's gonna be kind of two parts. So the incumbent is running for another position, so it's an open seat.
Got it.
What I would like to see is some more engagement that we haven't had in our community, because of that whole Restoring the Village has helped me be able to bridge, understand, and even bring entire cities together. Like there are times where I can call on someone from West Side and South Side, and we can still make something happen. I think that we can continue to do that even when a smaller, in a district-wide. Right. What makes me different than the other ones that are kind of peeking out in there is that I don't have to peek out. I've been there. I'm not hiding from anything. I'm voting. I'm on the ground. Right. And even so much of, not gonna say that every resident know me, but then you're looking at community association, your businesses that are aware of Angie Winder, and not just because of Angie Winder, but because she helped me with something, or she was able to do something. I saw her walking. I can walk down York Road and Woodburn, and they're like, where are the people with you? I don't need a camera. Wow. So what's different is that I have been invested in this district for so long. Like when I first moved in my own place, I chose District 4.
Right.
And so I'm really just excited to actually bringing something new is like just bringing the authenticity. Like I want to just make sure that yes.
Yeah, you're homegrown.
And let me just say, shout out, since we're doing a shout out.
Oh, okay.
We got 1 minute. Shout out to so in my district, I don't know if you all remember, but former Councilman Kenneth Harris. He was murdered. Yeah. And his mother will be speaking to give me a full endorsement.
Wow.
On Thursday.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
So she is just like, I haven't seen anyone like my Kenny, with that drive but you have it. And
Right.
so that means so much. You know, we can try to get senators and delegates and all these big names and mayors to vouch for you, but it's nothing like you said, homegrown. It's nothing like having someone that can look right at you and just say, she's real. And so, you know, big shout out to Mrs. Sylvia Harris. We call her Mother Harris. She'll be there on Thursday speaking. But I want to keep what former Councilman Kenneth Harris had, and he had that community.
Right.
He had that community engagement, that drive. I want to bring that back.
That's amazing.
Excellent.
I love it.
Well, we're gonna end the show in just a moment. Quick question. Back to the question of the day. What can people do to help our youth become more involved in developing their communities? I think we kind of answered that along the way in some
I would
sense.
say set the example.
Yes, definitely
Be
set
the
the example.
Mm-hmm.
Be the leadership. Be the mentors in the communities. Be organized, be professional, be flexible, be patient. Get out there.
Be visible.
Right. And transparent.
Listen.
We're going to have a two-part.
Listen.
Visible
Whenever
and
you can come back,
transparent.
come back.
Visibility.
Yeah. We'll get you back in here. We'll get you back in here. So definitely that. So just some answers to that question. I'm sure you as an audience or our listeners have a lot more questions or a way you can answer that as well. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and close this show for this Sunday. Get out there, enjoy that weather just a little bit.
Indeed.
So, you know, get some sleep for some of us, you know, whatever. And, you know, for those guys still run around, you know, do what you do. But can't thank Angie enough. You know, for taking some time out of her busy day and her busy schedule. It sounds like it's about to get really busy to come down and chat with us. So we want to thank.
I take a one a day.
Take a one a day. She's taking her vitamins, keeping it real, keep it popping.
You heard of one a day. Cut the check.
Right.
Oh yes, I did.
Right.
Give them
Cut the check.
Yeah. Right. So with that said, we've come to the conclusion of another Sunday Spotlight. We want to thank our special guest, Miss Angie Smith-Winder, community advocate / manager for Restoring the Village Project, the host of Radio on Fire, along with DJ Big Nick. I left the other part out. It's too long. And MIXXSTATION Radio family.
He got the music going.
In the background, look at him
Like
smiling and cheesing hard. And one less mentoring program for holding down the Sunday Spotlight. And last but not least, we want to thank you, the listeners, for tuning in to the Sunday Spotlight radio show. We can't thank you enough. We appreciate you taking some time to listen to us, to provide comments. We hope you'll take some time to give us a call as well, you know, in future shows. And we're going to have some great guests. I have some great people lined up and some real people lined up,
Right.
you know,
So
just
if
out of the
you
community.
want to be a part of the show.
Right. So don't be afraid to hit us up or get on the show. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the Sunday Spotlight radio show and the One Less mentoring program, you can check us out on our Facebook page at facebook.com/OMOL mentoring or visit our website at omolmentoring.org. We're also looking for sponsors.
Cut the check.
Angie?
Cut the check.
So if you like what you heard and you want to get your business or program out there and become an official sponsor for the Sunday Spotlight, or just want to donate to the Sunday Spotlight radio show, give us a call. Give us a call. We are a 501c3 organization, and we have multi-level sponsor packages to accommodate anybody. So if you got $5, we got you. We got you.
We'll take it.
We got you. You got $5, we got you. You got $100,
We'll take it.
we can do a whole lot with 100. We can do a whole lot for your brand and your business. Tell him.
Right.
So don't be afraid.
And Nick won't kick us out.
Right. He won't kick us out. We'll stay employed.
What you got over there?
We'll definitely stay employed. Remember, any donations you give is a tax write-off for you or your business. So give us a call today at 443-562-7455. Let's get started on promoting your brand. Let's get your business out there. Let's really show the community that you're out there and you're trying to make a difference. Whatever it is that you're selling or trying to do, you know, hit us up. And you don't mind slapping down 5, slapping down 100, whatever, we got you. We got you. Big time got you. So once again, I want to thank the listeners for tuning into the Sunday Spotlight. And remember, stay focused, and whenever you can, help our young people reach for the stars. Good night, people.
Peace.
Nice.